Alright, what's up everybody? I'm finally doing the Ohio Deathfest video. So, basically, this is going to be a different kind of video for me. I'm actually going to have to edit, so I've got my piece of shit fucking laptop. Gonna have to, like, splice all the concert footage, pictures, whatever. Anyways, let's get it started. In the background, Erosion of Sanity, the vinyl. I'm in my basement now, because, I don't know. But basically, so, Ohio Deathfest. What more is there to say? You've got fucking 14 bands. I don't know. I'll give you the exact number. I still have the order thing in my camera roll. Yeah, there you go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. My bad. Yeah, so, I live in Illinois, and to get to Ohio, I thought it was going to be 7.5 hours, but it only ended up being like 6, which, pretty cool. I went with my best friend, my other best friend, and then my best friend's dad, so we all just drove together. That was a really fun car ride. We were just listening to music, playing fucking games. I brought my Nintendo Switch. I was fucking around on like Doom and Minecraft and whatever. Yeah, it was a really cool car ride, because I like road trips. I don't know if I'm in the minority on that, but whatever. We get like an hour in, maybe. We're on this one highway. There's so much fucking traffic. We're going like tops 6 miles per hour. Fucking horrible. But then once we get on the main road, it was like 5 hours just completely smooth. We only did like one stop. I think we might have done 2. Whatever. So we get to Lakewood. We get to our Airbnb, like a duplex kind of thing. And Lakewood is just a fucking awesome town. Like, I'll have to talk about that later. But it's such like a kind of like a hipster kind of town, but it was small and everybody was super nice. Like, I don't know, it was just awesome. And we'd walk around and we like kind of see glimpses of people like, oh yeah, those guys are going to Ohio Deathfest. I got a BDM shirt on or whatever. Anyway, we got there on Thursday. The fest was on Friday, and then we left on Saturday. So Thursday, all we did was check out the downtown. We went on a couple walks, got food, really good pizza. Yeah, not much. But we wake up at like 10 a.m. or whatever to go to the Mercury Music Lounge, which is pretty small for having like 500 people there. It's pretty small, but it didn't really feel that crowded. Like, I went to Milwaukee Metal Fest twice, and that was kind of felt a little bit crowded, but that's because like thousands of people go there. But anyway, we get there. We met a couple people right off the bat. Like, we met as we're waiting in line to get our ticket scan, Malignancy's tour van actually just pulls up right next to us. We're like, oh yeah, that's Ron, that's Danny, that's Nikhil. I'm like, holy fuck. So that's already really cool. Somebody comes up to me, he's like, don't I know you from Instagram? I'm like, oh yeah. That's kind of fucking funny, to me at least. But yeah, a couple of my friends were there, a couple of my best friends were there, just people online. Which that was really cool. I met up with a bunch of cool people. Our friend Matt from Chicago, he came as well. He's really funny. We were fucking around a lot. And then Luke, obviously. What is there to say about Luke? That dude's fucking awesome. We were hanging out before the bands were supposed to start. A couple people got there a little bit later. So, like, Limb Splitter, Volnificus, they didn't have as big of a turnout as I would have thought. I would have thought everybody would be there from like the minute it started to the minute it ended, but that's not the case. It was like 14 hours. I understand why people left, but anyways, Limb Splitter was fucking loud. Oh my god, they were awesome. I'll have to put some footage in like right now. But yeah, Limb Splitter fucking killed it. I met, I think, all of them. I think it was their guitarist's birthday. That was pretty cool. I came up to him like, yo, happy birthday, dude. He's like, oh, thanks. Yeah, Volnificus was amazing. I had listened to their album. The title's escaping me. I don't want I actually want to like say it because I think more people should listen to it. Inclination, this shit right here. It was very good. And then they had Evan Danielle from Dead and Dripping on guitar, and we were like, because we knew or my friend knew Jameson Parker, and I was like, oh, is he gonna be there because he knows you? And he's like, nah, man. So we're like, who's the guitar player? And we're looking at this guy, we're like, that kind of looks like the dude from Dead and Dripping, but we're like, maybe it is, maybe it's not. And then I get a picture with all of them. I'll put that up right now. And I'm like, oh yeah, is that dude, because he had already left. I'm like, is that Evan from Dead and Dripping? He's like, yeah. I'm like, holy fuck, man, that's awesome. Because Dead and Dripping is one of my favorite, like, modern bands. It's one dude, but bands. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else I met, like, on the first day. Like, there was so many people. I think I met, or not the first day, like, the first, like, part. You know what I mean? Yeah, we met Danny Nelson pretty early on. He is really funny. We came up to him. We were kind of like, it's him. We were like kind of geeking out about it. My friend and I were like, you're one of the best, if not the best, brutal death metal vocalists, at least one of them. He's like, really, me? And we're like, yeah, you do the really sick wet lows. You got the really like dry high shriek screams. You do the predators. He's like, I don't call them predators. I call them the bubble growl because it's on. We were talking about Motivated by Hunger and Inhuman Grotesqueries. But yeah, that dude is really fucking funny, man. And then EMH was there, which is fucking cool. I've watched his channel for like maybe a year and a half. I don't know. And I was talking with him. I'm like, how many subscribers are you at now? Just whatever. He's like, 1K. I'm like, 1K? I thought you had like 10K. That's weird. And then James from Ethereum Letter Records was there. I took a picture with him, but I think it was on his phone, so I didn't get it, but it's whatever. Those guys were really cool. Towards the end, we were talking to Disgorge kind of together. I was just like watching the conversation. I had to ask Diego what his favorite Disgorge album was, and I also asked that to Ricky Myers. They both said Consume the Forsaken, so I think that's the objective best Disgorge album, but She Like God It is amazing. Anyway, I'm getting off fucking track. I need to like recuperate here. Meat Hook was fucking amazing. Meat Hook was awesome. Exploding Zombies, I think, was also really good. Exploding Zombies, the dude had like a huge like, zombie mask on. It was pretty cool. We listened to one of their albums on the way there. I don't know which one it was because I didn't ask my friend. I was like, I don't know, whatever. I think they only have 2 albums anyways, but it was pretty good. I liked how I liked their guitar harmonies a lot. I thought that was really cool. They're like decently melodic, I'd say. Yeah. And then what's the next band that came on? Oh yeah, I didn't see really much of Morpheus Descends because I think I was talking to people. I was taking breaks because it was getting exhausting at that point, but like only a little bit. I kind of wish I stuck around. I think I saw 1 or 2 songs from Morpheus. I really like them though. Brodequin, I like jumped in the Brodequin pit a little bit, and I don't think I was in there that long, like maybe 10 minutes at the max, and I came out, I was just absolutely ruined. I was fucking exhausted, dripping in sweat. It was disgusting, man. That's how everybody was though. So I kind of had to just stay behind where the stage was and just get some videos, enjoy the music. And then I think it was when they played Judas Cradle. There's this dude next to me who's doing like perfect air drums, like in sync. And then I'm kind of doing it with him. I don't know Brodequin drum parts that well, but they're not super complex. So we're kind of doing it together. And then when it quieted down, I'm like, yo, are you a drummer? He's like, yeah. I'm like, me too. And he's like, or I said, like, what band? Are you in any bands? He's like, oh yeah, Subserviency. I'm like, dude, Subserviency's fucking cool. I listened to your guys' single a couple weeks ago. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I really liked the cover art. I really liked how weird it was. He's like, that's really cool, man. He's like, my band's here. And then I was talking to mainly their drummer, and then I think their guitarist. I don't remember who it was. But they were all really cool guys. And then basically in between sets and whenever I got tired, I would go out to the front, and I got to meet Will Burns, whose covers have made me fucking like just blow my mind every single time I watch him for like 2 years at this point. That was really cool. He was a really funny guy. We were talking about bands and movies and scene drama and people and labels and shit. Nikhil was there, which really crazy. He's a really cool guy as well. And then I'm trying to think who else was there. Kyle Messick, I know, was there. I didn't know what he looked like, but he had a Lacathia Flame shirt on. I'm like, dude, that's a sick shirt. We were walking, me and my friend were walking back to the Airbnb to like put all our merch away because I had one drawstring bag, and that was everybody's merch that was with me went straight in there. So a whole stack of CDs, like 7 different shirts. It was crazy. Speaking of merch, I guess I can go over merch right now. Most of my stuff was spent on CDs. I got aside from that, I got a Motivated by Hunger shirt. I don't know why I did that. But Danny Nelson got it. He signed it for me. Like I was talking to him because I wanted to get my my Malignancy CD signed because I brought the booklets from home. And there was this dude in front of me, and he had the Motivated by Hunger shirt on with the girl. And he's like, can you sign my shirt for me? He's like, okay, just never wash it. And he's like, where do you want it? He's like, how about right on the titty of the fucking girl, because it's like a naked girl. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm wearing the same shirt right now. Just do it for me. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he was joking about it later. But anyways, I got the Motivated by Hunger shirt. I got like a Weed Leaf Malignancy shirt. And then on the back it says, over 30 years of infecting humanity. That was pretty cool. And then I got a stack of CDs, which I guess I'll go over right now. Supreme Knowledge Domain, Internal Suffering. Classic. Production's kind of ear-rapey, but it's cool. My favorite by them, Awakening of the Rebel. Really, really awesome. Really fast, really insane, brutal. All that shit. I wanted to get Inherent Perversion as well, but they sold out. Got Supreme Knowledge Domain. No, fuck. Destined to Fail by Scattered Remnants. I'll get to Scattered Remnants set later. They were amazing. Sepsism, Purulent Composition. I was a little bit surprised to find this there because it's through Gorehouse Productions, not Ablated. I think actually that was one of the only things I got from Ablated Records. I think I got 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I got 6. I don't know. I'm missing one, I guess. Somewhere upstairs. And then I got Human Meat Gluttony by Amputated Genitals. This album I've been really getting into lately, so it was awesome to like find it. I'll devour your fucking guts until vomit. Yeah, they're very broken English. The titles make no sense. Chessman Red Monday. What the fuck does that even mean? Super sick album nonetheless. And then this is probably my favorite thing I got. Scattered Remnants hoodie. Got some design on the front or on the sleeve. Looks really cool. And then the back has this really sick design on it. I don't know what it is. It's just cool. It's like the print is really like thick, I guess, if that makes sense. So I think that's really cool and really like I appreciate that because a lot of shirts that I get, not a lot of them, but some of them get very like crackly and they get fucked up, and that's always pissed me off. I have a Leprosy shirt that I got in like 2022. It's like tattered and torn at this point, and I haven't worn it that much. Yeah, anyways. So I guess I'll just put up pictures of people I've met, because at this point in the day, I was just talking to people, getting pictures, hanging out. After that was Rotorvore. I don't think any of their set, because at that point, I was just talking to people. I did miss a couple bands, and that pisses me off, but it was 14 hours straight of brutal death metal, barely anywhere to sit. I only got food one time during that period. I got a bunch of water though. Like I'm glad Brian Baxter's gonna split it up into 2 days. Speaking of Brian Baxter, when I met him, he was really cool. We were talking a little bit towards the end. I was just saying like how, because when I saw them, I guess I'll just talk about them. Like their vocals were like the exact same. The guitar tone was the exact same. The drums sounded really similar. Like it sounded like that album coming to life or whatever. I know it's kind of corny, but like that, it just sounded like Tales of Necro, like as it was on the record. And I told him, I'm like, I think it's really cool that you guys, sound like really similar to that album, and because it's a really good sound to have. Like it's not like, oh, they're staying stagnant, they're not doing anything different, because they did a Black Sabbath cover, like but I was like, yeah, it's really sick that your vocals still sound the same. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, you practice your vocals a lot, that's why they're so like like on the same level as they've been since the 90s. And he's like, I can't fucking speak. He's like, it's really cool that we can do that, because it's like, that's the sound that people know us from, so that's the sound that we want to give to the people. I'm like, yeah, well, it sounded like that album. Like, it sounds exactly, like, picked up exactly where you left off, even though where you left off was, like, almost 30 years ago at this point. But they were insane. Their pit was really fun. Malignancy was probably the best band. I'm not going to gloss over Malignancy at all. They were phenomenal. I was directly in the front, like probably the distance that I am from the camera to Danny Nelson and to the rest of you guys. Their set list was awesome. They played stuff from Inhuman Grotesqueries, Intruding Cannibalism, of course. They played a song from Eugenics, which is a really underrated album, one of my favorites by them. They played stuff from Motivated by Hunger. I think they played like 3 songs. They played the song Motivated by Hunger. They played, what else did they play? They played the first 3. They played Vaginal Incisors. They played the other one, whatever the other first of the third songs is. They played stuff from Cross Species Transmutation. Yeah, their set list was just amazing. And it was really cool because he's like, oh yeah, this is Rotten Seed. And I'm like, that's probably my favorite Malignancy song. Maybe not the best, but that got me into brutal death metal. Like that album, Skinless stuff, Dying Fetus stuff. It's just funny because when they played Rotten Seed, you know, the little kind of the dead with the crash cymbals, it was so sped up. I was like, holy fuck, they're playing it like almost double speed. And that was really cool. His vocals were on point. He was doing like the wahs like directly in front of me. It was his high screams when he goes, wah. Like that was really fucking sick. They were the best band of the night. You know, Ron was just bouncing around stage, jumping, hopping. Like, he was having the time of his life. It's just weird because Malignancy is like one of the most technical bands in the genre, and he's like not even looking at the fretboard. He's just like on another plane, just jumping around, having fun. Which I was talking with my friends. I'm like, do you think that's a sign of him constantly practicing like all day to get these songs down, or do you think he's just like that good? Because it's got to be a mix of both. It has to be, because there's no way you can practice all you want, but you can't be like that locked in realistically, right? I don't know shit, but they were absolutely phenomenal. My favorite band of the night easily. And then I think after them, Scattered Remnants. Holy fuck, they were really good. The fucking vinyl just ended. Anyways, so they played. I think they opened with Profanation of Christ. It was something from Procreating Mass Carnage. But then when they started with like Admits the Afterbirth, everybody went crazy. That's one of my favorite songs. They played Vaginal Vomit. That's another really cool one. I was with Luke and we were trying to do the simple shit with the what is that, like China, maybe a crash. That was really cool. Basically during all the sets, I was with people and we were just like geeking out the entire time because everybody was in such a great mood. Like, I don't think my enthusiasm was like abnormal. I think everybody had the same level of enthusiasm. Everybody went crazy. Like when Brodequin played, everybody just lost their fucking minds. People were chanting Brodequin. It was really cool because like, I don't know. Brodequin had one of the best live sounds too. Brennan Shackelford's blasts were insane. The vocals sounded exactly like they do on the album. Finally good to hear them with a real mix. I mean, besides their newest album, but like the songs from Festival of Death, you can actually like make out everything crystal clear, which that's like unheard of for that album. And then Scattered Remnants was absolutely insane. Their vocalist, I think he's the new guy. I don't know if he's been in the band for a while, but he's not the dude who was on their releases. He was really good, sounded pretty much exactly like their other vocalist. They were insane. There was a lot of people came out for Scattered Remnants because their pit had a lot of different, like, there were a lot of different stuff going on. Like, there was more like hardcore moshing. It's like, it's a whatever. And their merch sold out really quick. That's why I wasn't able to get Inherent Perversion on CD. like, I think a lot of people left after that, because let me look at what band was next. Yeah, Regurgitation. There were still a lot of people there for Regurgitation, but it kind of died down a little bit. Regurgitation, I was, like, during Regurgitation, I think I was getting food with, everybody I was with and a couple other people when we talked to Brodequin at that time. The food was really good. I forget what I fucking got. I got a meatball sub. It was awesome. It was fucking great. And I was eating that. And then I hear kind of faint noise from the room where the bands were, and I was like, fuck, okay. I run over. I walk in during like the middle of Acid Enema. I'm like, fuck, that's my favorite Regurgitation song. I missed the intro. I missed that like fucking one chuggy riff. I'm like, okay, whatever. I saw the solo. I just whip out my phone because I'm like, I need to fucking like pay attention to this, and I feel like I'm not. So I wanted to be able to like rewatch it, but people uploaded all the full sets, which was awesome. Everybody who did that's the fucking goat, man. Yeah, that was a really good set. They played a new song, and I got it on voice memos, so I think I'm gonna post that. I think it's on the videos that people have of the full sets, anyways. But I don't know. I think the sound quality might be better because I use voice memo. Whatever. But yeah, they were absolutely insane. Then at that time, after Regurgitation, during Internal Suffering, I'm like, I need to take a fucking break. I love Internal Suffering. I didn't see any other set. It pissed me off, but I was hanging out with Luke and his band, Epistaxis. We were walking around. We got food from not a taco truck, like a Mediterranean food truck. That was pretty cool. We were just walking around. We're sitting down because I'm like, I need a fucking break. And then everybody was just kind of sitting outside, that I was with at least. And then there was a whole like area I was at after Internal Suffering ended, where there was like couches and shit. There was this one girl completely passed out, and there was two other dudes on the other side of the couch, like half asleep. And so I laid down on the middle, and Danny Nelson comes in. He's like, "What's going on here?" I'm like, "Oh, it's nap time, dude. Come on." He's like, you motherfucker." I'm like, "Okay." It was really funny. Yeah, so we were all just laying down, like 5 people on these like 2 small couches. There was enough room, surprisingly, but I was talking to my best friend that was there, and he was like, yeah, when you laid down, Internal Suffering's like one of their members looked at you so confused, and then looked back at me, and then looked back at you totally confused. I'm like, oh, well, everybody else is laying down. Why can't I? I don't know. That was kind of weird. But they were, from all the clips I've seen of Internal Suffering, they were really good. I love their music. It's just like, I needed a break. Everything from my shin down was just throbbing, and that's kind of fucked up. I mean, I feel like that's not supposed to happen. I remember I sat down like right across from where the Ablated Records table was, and I went to go get up, and I bonked my head on this like shelf that was like attached to the wall. There might still be a bump on my head somewhere. Like, it was fucking awful. So yeah, we come out after Internal Suffering to go see. Actually, no, we took a break because Pyrexia was also there. I don't really care about Pyrexia, modern Pyrexia especially. So we had like an hour break, which I really needed because I was like trashed. My back hurt. I had to like crack my back a bunch of times. It was rough, but it was worth it. And then To Violently Vomit comes on. Fucking nobody's there. Well, not nobody, but like probably less than 100 people, which is insane because it's Discords. They're like the headliner. But yeah, the pit was basically me and my friends. Like, it was like 5 people. They were insane. Their drummer's really young, man. Matthias Joyce did a great job on the vocals. They played a really good set. They played like Demise of the Trinity, Roomful of Scabs. They played other shit from Sheila Gutted. They played I think they played Compost Around It, which that's a good one. That's just not what I would assume that they would play. They played Indulging Dismemberment of a Mutilated Breed. They played I think they played the song Continue for a Second. They played Atonement. Like, that was a great set. I got a lot of that was another one that I was right in front of Diego, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But that was insane. And then I go talk to Diego outside. He's like such a nice guy. I got my Sheila Gutted booklet signed. I got a picture with him. He was a really really nice guy. Everybody he was talking with was really nice. And then I guess I'll backtrack a little bit. I was standing outside with my friends, and like across the way, like on the sidewalk, I see a dude who kind of looks like Vaughn from Defeated Sanity, like Vaughn Stofey, and I'm like, is that Vaughn Stofey? And I'm like, I'm probably wrong. Like I do that a lot, where I think I recognize somebody and it's a completely different person. But like it was Vaughn Stofey. He comes up, I give him a like fucking handshake or whatever. He's such a nice guy. Like we're practically like friends at this point because I've seen him at like so many shows. We talk. He's super nice. He's helped my friend with like guitar tips and shit. Very very cool. Cool dude. It was just really cool to see him there. And then he was talking with Diego, and that's like the nicest duo in brutal death metal, I'd say. And it was just really cool to talk to everybody, to hear their stories. I was talking to the dude from it was either Limbsplitter or Volnificus, their guitarist, who was also in Terminally Your Border Ghost, talking about that band because they're kind of a weird band, and they just came back. But yeah, man, it was insane, and there's so much to say. Like this video is kind of dragging on, but like there was so much to talk about. I haven't even talked about some other shit, but I'm kind of gonna have to end it at some point. So I feel like now is a good place to end it. But like everybody that I talked to, there wasn't a single awkward or bad interaction. Everybody I met was really cool, even if it was just like, hey, I like your shirt, hey, I like your hat, hey, I like whatever. Like everybody was super super nice. I didn't see any drama, any fights, any bullshit. Like everybody was just hanging out. Like people were hugging each other. It was just like a really positive experience, and that's the best part about going to concerts for me, is just having that. So to have that for 14 hours in a single day, just like nonstop, was insane. And it's just like, I don't know. I won't get like all sappy, but it was really cool, and that was one of the best concerts, fests, whatever, that I've ever been to. And I'm going back for the next year. Like I have to at this point. It was an easy drive back. Like we got Dunkin' Donuts. We woke up, got Dunkin' Donuts. We just fucking left. It was really cool. Yeah. It was there's not a whole lot more to say about like the drive back. We just listened to albums. It was really cool though. I got to come home and get a picture of all the shit I got. Look through my pictures. I did a post about it. It was really cool. I got a lot of good memories from that. And Lakewood was an awesome town. I guess I should talk about that a little bit quickly. We went to this vegan cafe. They had like awesome lemonade, really good hot chocolate. I'm trying to think what else. There was a hippie store that we went to. I got like a really cool like tie-dye kind of printed like floral print t-shirt. It was really cool. It like reeks of incense, which is actually pretty cool. And then my friend got like a Zippo lighter, and we got some whatever. It was really cool. That place was awesome. There was a record store that I wanted to go to, but we didn't. Probably next year, because it was, I think from the Airbnb it was like 0.3 miles. But yeah, it was really cool. And I'm glad that I did it with some of my best friends and like favorite people, because we were like in a house together for 2.5 days or whatever. It was awesome, and that's all there is to say.